All right, guys, so let's talk insurance. All right, so the first insurance we got when we started was my general liability insurance. So that just covers you in the nature that anything happens unexpectedly and you don't want to try to shell out, let's say, $500,000 if a home just happens to burn down and you're the cause of it. Hopefully that won't happen, but if it does, then guess what? You'll be covered and you don't have to pay that out of pocket. So I don't know about you, but I didn't have that starting off. So it's just something to consider. I think it's really wise to have it. And a lot of clients, they're gonna ask you what insurances you have. Some of them may even ask you to provide proof of the insurance. So I'll say it's just wise to even keep them saved on your computer and keep hard copies so you'll have them with you at all times. The next insurance we got was our bonding insurance. So that just helps in the event, let's say a theft occurs. Hopefully that never happens. But even if you have employees, you just can't be everywhere at every time. So I would just say really evaluate your clientele, and that'll help you just to gauge how much you're gonna need. So we usually keep about $25,000 of bonded insurance at any time. And that's been good for us. We haven't had any thefts in about 7 years. No thefts at all. So we've been in business about 7 years, just to make that clear. But that's just another insurance that's there if you need it. So like I said, hopefully you never will, but you just never know what could happen. And then another one you want to look into is workers' comp. For the state of Virginia, we didn't have to have it starting off. And that's because we started off really small, and then the owners were just going out doing everything for the company. So if you have employees that are going to be going out, or whatever your state's regulations are, and I'll put some information so that'll be easier for you to find per state. But you just want to make sure that you're covered with workers' comp, because if anything happens to an employee on a work site, you don't want to be held liable for that. And of course, the family or whoever you're cleaning for, they don't want to be held liable for that. So you just want to make sure that it's something you put in place. Workers' comp can get quite expensive. I think our first year, we ended up paying maybe $2,000 to $3,000 that year for it. But it was definitely worth it because it helped us to get some other contracts outside of Maid cleaning that was very beneficial. So it paid itself off. But so those are just some insurances that you want to consider starting off. Even look into your state's regulations to see what else you may need. I know living in Virginia, having workers' comp, it wasn't necessary until we had 3 employees or more, but we still got it anyway. So yeah, so just like I said, really research what you need in your state, and then get the proper insurances you need and the proper licenses to conduct business in a wise manner.